Rabbi Edwin Friedman is a practicing rabbi, also a family therapist. And this is one of his stories. He simply calls it The Bridge. Once upon a time, there was a man who had given much thought to what he wanted to do in life. He had tried many lifestyles, many different experiences, had never found exactly what he wanted to do with his life. It seemed that every time he would come close, something would push him away. And finally, one day, there came an opportunity that would allow him to fulfill what he wanted to do and be in life. But it was one of those opportunities that had a very short window. He had to act on it quickly. He was excited. Energy that had waned over the years came back to him. He approached it with a new vigor, new determination, and he began his journey. As he walked along, he came through a town, and in the middle of town there was a bridge that was built high above the river to protect the town from raging waters. And as he stepped up on one end of the bridge, he noticed another person dressed a lot like he was, started from the other end. And the other man came forward, excited, almost like he knew him, although he'd never recognized him before. He, as I say, was dressed a lot like him, but he noticed that there was something tied around his waist. And as he got closer, he realized it was a rope. It looked to him like if it had been extended, it would probably be about 30 feet. As the man got closer, he waved at him and said, greeted him. And when they got within distance of each other, the other man took the end of the rope and handed it to him and said, "Would you mind holding this?" Well, our traveler was taken aback, surprised by the request, but it was so polite that he agreed. And the other man said, "Hold it firmly with both hands." And so he did, and he had a grip on it, and as he did, the other man jumped off the bridge. "What are you doing?" He grabbed hold of it, and he felt the other man come to the end of the rope and stop. He said, "What are you doing? Why did you do this? This is stupid." The other man said, "Just don't let go of the rope. I'm your responsibility." My responsibility? I didn't ask for, I don't know what's going on. Just hold on to the rope. You're my only hope. Well, the man was shocked. He looked around to see if there was anybody else who could help. He tried to pull him in, but it was almost like the length of the rope had been calculated so that he couldn't get enough leverage. He pulled and nothing. Meanwhile, the man is dangling at the end of the rope and saying, "I'm your responsibility." Looked around to see if there was anybody that he could call to. There's no one. Then he started looking at the railing and see if there was any way that he could tie the rope off. But there wasn't. Boards with no space between the boards. They were very smooth. The railing, no protrusions. He said, "What do you expect me to do? I can't pull you in." The other man said, just hold on. Remember, I'm your responsibility. He said, I don't know what to do. My hands are getting tired. I can't hold on. And the man at the end of the rope said, tie it around your waist, but don't let go. Well, his hands were so tired, he had to, so he tied it around his waist. But he says, this is foolish. And then he realized he was also using up his time to seize the opportunity to achieve what he wanted in life. And he knew that if he didn't continue his journey soon, the door would be closed on that forever. Out of desperation, he said, I don't know what to do. And then he had an idea. And he yelled to the man, he said, I think I know a way that perhaps I can help you. I'll hold it. I'll hold the rope from my end. And if you will curl your body around the rope time and time again, I think, and get to the place where I have enough leverage, I think I can pull you in. And the other man said, no, I'm your responsibility. You mean you won't even help? I can't do this. And then an idea came into his mind. It was heretical. It was not his traditional way of thinking. He leaned over and yelled to the men, listen carefully, because I mean what I say. I will no longer take responsibility for the choice for your life, only for mine. The other man said, what do you mean? He said, the choice now is yours. I'll hold the rope. You can pull from your end and pull yourself up. And I'll pull as hard as I can from this end. But you must do it. And the other man said, I won't do it. It's your responsibility. And the man waited and waited. And there was no change in the tension of the rope. And he let go. That's Rabbi Friedman's story. And I'll let you do with it as you wish. If you're interested in the stories that I tell from Rabbi Friedman's book, you might want to get a copy of the book, because he includes at the end of all these provocative stories questions. And one of the questions that comes to my mind that I find intriguing is the what if the man with the rope tied around his waist coming from the other end of the bridge is the same person as the man on the journey. Think about it.